Okay, it's June 10th, 2013, and I'm here with Ryan. We're going to be hiking up to Canejos Peak, and where we are right now is the San Juan Mountains. We did a backpacking video about a month ago, same area, but we're much higher in elevation. I think we're at about 11,000 feet. Well, we're going to go even higher. This area is for the most part covered with snow during the winter and spring, so it's only now in the summertime that this area is easily hikeable. My impression from being here now the second time is that the San Juan Mountains isn't a bad place to be at this shit we're hitting, man. Feels like it's 70, 75 degrees out, maybe more than that. We've got snow still on the ground.
Yeah, we're gonna go like around there into that Canejos Peak's in the next place over.
Every backpacker should have this.
Yeah, just don't let it expire like
grapefruit seed extract. There you go.
I just don't have a
right.
I don't have a water. My shit broke, so I'm using this as backup. We're just going down this little piddly trail up here, and then there's Canejos Peak right there. And see, this is Glacier Lake and shit. You can go down this huge, or you can go down right here. You know, Canejos Peak, and you go all the way down the spine. And this is the headwaters of where we were. This is the South Fork right here, and this is where we were a month ago. Right here. All this water feeds it.
One thing about mountains, I just think there's something about a higher elevation that is different in more ways than one might think. Not just that it's actually higher, but that there are certain energies, positive energies, that are drawn to higher elevations, and certain lower energies that, you know, stay stuck at sea level. And to be honest with the people watching, I've always thought about sea level cities like Portland, like New York, like Philadelphia, like LA, like Seattle, as being kind of like energetic cesspools for dark entities, because it's a low elevation. And you know, the forests in Portland sometimes, not Portland, but Oregon rather, Oregon, having lived there, my home state, some of them are kind of creepy. I mean, literally, it's like do. It's like something out of a horror film, going into some of these Oregon forests. Not that they're not beautiful. I don't feel that way in Colorado. Look at all these rocks. It's like I don't know. They're very orderly. They're like well put, well set, just naturally. Okay, I've been told here by my intelligence operative that Tobacco Lake is right over there. So this is where we're camping, right by the river.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's horrible.
Real shitty.
We're in a lot of pain.
The weather's terrible. It's miserable. Man, I just wish I had a desk job.
It's been a while since I've done a video on what you should put in your backpack. But there are different things you should put in your backpack depending on where you're going. Whether you're going into the mountains, you know, whether you're going through the city, you know, whether it's some sort of an apocalypse event, you know, depending on the disaster or where you are, what terrain, that dictates what goes in your pack. So this is the basic stuff that I brought. This is a sleeping pad. This is a dive bag, and I've always recommended dive bags for putting inside your packs in case, you know, you're in the middle of a rainstorm. This is a 0-degree sleeping bag, I believe. And clothing, very basic. I didn't bring a heavy coat this time. I didn't bring heavy pants, but I do have sweatshirt and inner layer, top and bottom, and a raincoat. So just real basic stuff. Bandana, something for the head, wash rag, gloves. And of course, if we were going to go swimming, you know, I'm prepared with that. So very minimal. That's all I brought in terms of clothing. Plus that tent, half of it at least, went in a small backpack. I brought the sandals by strapping them to the back of this. I'm wearing them now because they're more comfortable, but I wore these in. A couple things for cooking and eating with. Propellant, water containers, flashlights, something you can boil water with. A pot and something to hold the pot. This is, we're going to be cooking something later on.
Tough stainless steel pot.
And a knife to cut up, what we're going to show you next. Some silverware. And I've got a dirty fork I just grabbed, but I'll use that. This is the food I brought because we're going to practice our ability to camp and cook. So last time we cooked a steak on a rock. This time we're going to do tacos. We've got exactly the amount of tortillas that we need, 8, 4 and 4. We got this thing of peanut butter. That could help us out for a few days. And biscuits. That's right, we're going to try to make biscuits tonight over the fire. We'll see how that goes. Vegetables, a red pepper, an onion, garlic. I should have brought even more garlic. And then, of course, the spices.
And a habanero hot sauce.
The habanero hot sauce, very essential. Probably the most important thing that's in this backpack. Without joking, this is real salt. Take a look at that. Okay, this is taco mix and some extra, because we like hot
extra.
We got extra, plus the habanero hot sauce. And a few cookies, and 1 apple. And we're ready for the firewood. Now that we've got a safe fire pit set up on a very large rock. And a big stick to mash it up. Already chopped up some red pepper and some onion. And those are not marshmallows, although they do look like marshmallows. These are biscuits. Well, on a stick, kind of like sausage.
Oh, it looks pretty good. Come on.
Okay, now that it's brown, we add some water and some onion and some red pepper and some cayenne and some taco mix. There's someone that asked about bears. What about bears? And it's important that you not camp where your food is. So we're going to put our food up in a tree, although we're going to eat most of it here. But there's probably more bears here than wherever we were backpacking like a month ago. I mean, this is a lot more remote. So when we eat our tacos, we're talking about eating over the fire. We're talking about the GSC, how important it is to take with you when you're backpacking. It's light, and it kills bacteria in the water and all types of shit.
Tastes like crap.
Well, it's not that bad. It's an acquired taste. And a grapefruit seed extract, you know.
Nutribiotic. Yeah, that's not an REI brand.
But this,
so people aren't going to buy it.
This grape-flavored berry pomegranate meal liquid water enhancer, this was really good to put in the water. I'm not bothered by the GSC myself. And this water enhancer stuff, this grape-flavored, mild Gatorade stuff's great. So, little tip there for flavoring up your water and purifying it as you're backpacking. Okay, it's the next day, and it's the 11th of June. It's fairly windy out. We've already packed up. We're about to go back. And Ryan and I were just talking about the beauty of not having cell phones and not having to hear those, text message sound effects going off every 5 seconds. And, every now and then I pause to reflect on the gratitude that I have for living in an area where, I'm not exposed to a bunch of fucking signals. So I was thinking about getting you a cell phone for Christmas.
It'd be awesome. Love to stick it up someone's ass. Messages. Seriously, 5-year-olds have cell phones.
5-year-olds?
I don't know. I've seen 5-year-olds with cell
with
phones.
smartphones.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck is up with that?
Wow.
It's disturbing, man.
I don't think they're listening to
like, ooh, okay, that seems cool.
Right.
Everyone has a cell phone. That's fine. Everyone had a freaking TV. A while ago.
Certainly one of the most beautiful backpacking trips I've ever been on. I can pretty much testify to that. It's been a long time, as I said earlier, that I've been around so many trees. And for a long time I was in the desert. The high desert, the San Luis Valley, the Rio Grande River, where you've seen me make a lot of videos. This is totally different. It's a whole different part of Colorado. San Juan Mountains is certainly something very interesting indeed. These kind of scenes are the scenes that I miss from Oregon. Scenes like this being inside a forest. And, old growth, new growth, whatever, just fairly untouched. Well, this concludes our little backpacking camping adventure as we appreciate an aspect of this earth while we still do have the ability to experience life as it currently is. Things are shifting real fast, and faster than what most people's brains are able to process and actually comprehend. So, you know, whether you're living off the grid or you're living in the grid, these times, the song says, they are a-changing, and you might want to, you know, start acclimating yourself more and more to the ways of nature, and, you know, unplug more and more from the technological grid that is enslaving the minds of so many people. Not only minds, but you could even argue souls. So, you know, this is more than off the grid or blah, blah, blah. It's just more about rebalancing yourself to something that is actually normal, actually healthy, actually natural, and stepping back from the sick, the decaying, and the over-dependence on technology as we've come to know it.